These people out here are gonna end up in jail, in an argument, in a fight, dead, or probably. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another freaking video. Welcome back to Marshall Says, where I typically do have a lot to say. I really missed y'all. It's been a minute. I know y'all missed me too, because y'all was like, you still upload? Where you at? What you doing? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm grinding. I'm doing it. Came back to y'all with a message of the day. Basically about, staying in your place, knowing your position, and not worrying about other people. Because when you are in your place, you're in your lane, and you're doing what you do, and you're worrying about yourself, you're not worried about other people. So this is mainly about knowing how to stay in your place versus trying to be over here in somebody else's area and maintain your own, okay? All aspects has to do with any type of thing of knowing your place. So I want to give an example. Today at work, I'm working, right? We stop 10 minutes before we leave. We leave at 3:30. We stop at 3:20. Perfect. Enough time to clean up. Enough time to get your stuff together. Enough time to get to the line to clock out, right? This time, the leader was not there. The leader is not necessarily supervising us. It's not the supervisor, but the leader is the lead. So, with the lead not being there, we could still stop at 3:20. But the thing is this person felt the need to step out of the employee position, in which we both are, and act as if they were the leader, as if they were the boss, as if they were supervising. And it just made me think, like, not only at the workplace do people overstep boundaries and make it seem as if, they could tell you what to do, or they can watch you, or they can, warn you about stuff as if they're in this other position to where they could worry about you. But in other aspects, like, you could be at the grocery store minding your business, and somebody, is telling the employee of Walmart or some shit, hey, I seen them take the last of the oranges. It makes me think about this world. Like, how can we be so focused on everybody else and what they're doing, but we can't stay focused on what we're doing? How can we multitask when it's something, we don't want to do, but we can't multitask when it's something we do want to do? When people's trying to warn you, like scare you type of thing, scare you or make fear of you from doing something because they're scared. So that's another thing, like, worrying about yourself. Don't let other people and what they say dictate how you move, what you're about to do, where you about to go, how you do stuff, whether a certain person is there or not. But you notice when certain people are there and when certain people aren't there, people act different. People like that don't know they place. People like that overstep boundaries. People like that don't respect certain things. And people like that, I notice, are more so, I can do what I want to do. But when it comes to other people, they feel as if they can't do what they want to do. So I always try to watch out for people who overstep boundaries and don't know how to stay in their place, as far as like telling me what to do, or as far as telling me what dream to partake in or not partake in. I watch for people who ask, certain questions, and who just try to be that person, but it's not their position, or they don't have the right to say some of the things that they say. So you are the person who knows their place and minds their business. You're not worrying about such and such walking off somewhere. You're not worrying about, what some person with their car is doing in some parking lot. You're not worrying about, everybody else's business, like, upcoming businesses that they have. And you're not worrying about other people's pockets and their money and their relationships. You're staying in your lane. You're worrying about yourself, and you are doing you. And nothing bugs me more than a person who is worried about something else behind them, on the side of them, even in front of them, but they can't see their own shit that's in them. You looking in front of you, but you're not, like, smacking yourself. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of that, where people don't know their place, and they don't know their position, to where they're saying things that they don't even have the right to say, and they're judging things in which they don't even have the right to judge, or they're feeding people this type of worry or fear or lies in which you don't even have the right. So a lot of people I notice don't know their place, don't know their position, and they do overstep their boundaries. They don't care what you're doing. If you're on the phone, they don't care if you busy, you doing somebody's hair. They don't care if you washing your car, you out grocery shop, you hanging with your family. Like, people don't know their place, they don't know their position. They feel as if they need more from you, or they feel as if you can't do certain shit if they can. Now, I think I'm just talking about, like, human wise. I'm sorry I'm looking this way. I'm seeing cars and police and stuff, so I'm like, what's going on? Human wise, like, not even at the workplace, not even as a relationship, not even as like a mother, daughter, whatever. Just really knowing your place, when to step in, when to step out, when to say something, when not to say something, when to stand up for something, when to sit the fuck down. Like, people don't know their place in that. So it'll be certain situations where people will turn a blind eye, and then it'll be that one situation where they're meddling, looking and seeing what's going on. Then it's that one situation where they say something that they feel that they could say it and have the right to, and that whatever they say matters the most. And it's like, no, those are the type of people you stay away from. The ones who feel that their voice matters most. The ones who feel like they do everything right so they can do what they want. The ones who feel like they know the most of whatever's going on, so they have the audacity to speak on it. And those who overstep the boundaries and don't give space, in which they just feel like, whatever time it is the best time, or it's the right time. You know how they say the wrong time, right place, wrong time, or shit like that. Those type of people don't care. The people who overstep boundaries and lack their position of who they are. So say it's your friend, but y'all not that close. Sometimes you're not supposed to say certain shit as if you have the right to. Because whatever that circumstance is, either you gonna do something about it and you give a fuck, or you just speaking on some shit just to see what'll happen. Half the time, most people are looking for a reaction, or most people are just happy to just tell people something out of their mouth that they think, an opinion. You get what I'm saying? So, like, the people around them or the people they love. That's why you see most of the people getting, like, ran over and walked all over, because the people around him have overstepped their boundaries. The people around them, they listen more to them. The people around them don't have their best interests at heart. The people around them are just so focused on, controlling the narrative or the circumstance of what is going on around them and who they are, that they just not realizing. But of course, when push comes to shove, that's when you actually realize, like, okay, nah, this is not right. You need to know your place, especially when something goes wrong or somebody says something wrong. Now, say you have a friend in need. Now we on the friends. That's your time to step in if you are that close friend. Your time to step in, your time to overstep the boundaries if the friend's doing stupid stuff. Your time to say what you need to say. Now, if you're at work, if y'all both employees, no, that's not your place, that's not your time, that's not your position, and it's not, necessarily your job to do what you're doing. Like, say somebody's trying to be the boss. No, that's not your job. Say somebody's trying to be in your business. That's not your job. Say somebody's, just trying to take care of you and you don't even want that. Say it's some man. That's not your job. Certain people overstep the boundaries. They don't respect or tolerate the space that you do give them. And half of the time, these people don't know their position, let alone their place. Because either they're overdoing it or underdoing it. And either way, it's not your position. Hey, that's really just my little TED talk on, like, how certain people don't understand their place and position in the right time and the right place, because it's always the right time and the right place for something. You get what I'm saying? So I've just been noticing that at work. I've noticed that on social media. I've noticed that within, like, even my mom's little friend group. I've noticed it within, like, I'll be reading comments sometimes, and I've noticed it within them. Like, people don't know their place, they don't stay in their place, and they don't understand their position in life, on the media, at work, in the house, on the road. These people out here are going to end up in jail, in an argument, in a fight, dead, or probably, just always not feeling fulfilled because either the people around them or just them themselves. Like, knowing your place and position in this world. Some people do need to humble themselves. Some people do need to realize, people are people, and then you're not the most, important thing walking around. Like, the world don't revolve around you. So those type of people who lack all that basic concept, basic human rights type of shit, like, I don't think they understand. Them type of people are the ones who, like, they think everything revolves around them. So really the message of the day, like I said, know your place, know your position, don't overstep boundaries, and respect people's space. So it's up to y'all really to, pick and choose. Which one are you? Do you know your position in this world, in this life? Do you overstep it? Do you stand when you need to stand? Do you fight the battle when you don't need to fight the battle? Like, what have you done, not that you regret, but that you felt one time that you did need to say something or do something, or you felt like you were in the right position or the right place and it was the right time to do whatever you did or act upon however you acted on. Now give me another time when you thought, you feel me, it wasn't the right time and it wasn't the right place and you shouldn't have said nothing. My mom and my niece. You could tell my niece didn't want to keep being bothered. So it kind of felt like my place, my position, and I had the right to be like, leave her alone. She ain't doing much. Whoop-de-whoop. Now, a time I felt like it probably wasn't at the job where, let's say, I tried to prove a point to somebody when I really should have just shut it the fuck up. Like, it wasn't even my place. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't my position to really be trying to speak some knowledge into someone, especially if they're not going to understand you. So you just got to know when and when not to. And I had to learn that. First you learn that at home, and then when you go out into the real world, you learn the rest. Like, okay, nah. Say it's traffic, you blowing at somebody. Burp, burp. Next thing you know, motherfucker get out with a gun. So you just gotta know when and when not to. Know your place, know your position, know your skin tone, know your own tone. Like, the world is just crazy. You do kind of gotta know where you fit in this motherfucker, and you probably not going to, and that's fine too. But don't always go, chasing the adrenaline rush, looking for trouble, or staying back thinking trouble won't find you. I'm just saying, know your place when you are standing out, know your place when you're not standing out. Know your place when something needs to be said. Know your place when nothing needs to be said. So, know your position, and when you know who you are, you're going to know what's right from wrong, when you should say some shit, when you should act on something, when you should go do something bad or do something good. And don't forget about karma, okay? Because whatever you do to somebody, it'll happen to you too. So, know who you are, know your place in this world, and know your position. And do not overplay your part, because it can bite you in the ass. Just know your position, know your place. I know mine. I know when to act on something and when not to. And for now, I just been laid back, quiet, watching the scene. Okay, y'all? So thank y'all for tuning into this video. I will be back for more, because I know y'all's like, what is going on? Listen, let me tell you, okay? So, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this video. I will be back with more. And y'all know I got a surprise for y'all. Okay, we are out, y'all. Until the next video.